Sue here again from Sue's Dolbrodmaeth DIY section today, and it is the 18th of May 2025. I cannot believe it's the 18th. My god, every month is flying by. It's very scary. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I'm getting up to today in the breakfast room. So I've done all the main where you sit, and now we're on the part where all the buffet and all the, you know, the breakfast is laid out and everything. So I'm getting really excited. We've moved all the furniture out, and I'll just show you what I'm doing. Show you what I'm going to do today. So we've moved all the furniture as much as we're going to move. I've set up my stations for painting. So we've got every kind of brush and everything here. And then this to put the paint on. I just discovered, we went and bought this yesterday, which is the Leyland contract paint, and I just noticed we'd already bought another one of these earlier. So when we bought the paint initially, we must have bought two, but never mind, because I'm sure we use it all, because I've got to use 2 coats of this in here to get rid of all the grey. So we're going to paint out all the grey today, so that's probably going to take me all day. I moved off all the ornaments and everything. Took the mirror down. This is what was behind the mirror. Yeah, I remember originally there was a lot of this stenciling all over the place. Simon took down the thing up there, and whatever was on there, some fitment, I think. I think that was a light once. Oh, we don't use that because this is where we put the buffet, and it has lights on it. So that buffet there is what we put on there. And when we have more than 6 people, we put the food all out instead of doing it from the kitchen. We just put it out on the buffet, and they can help themselves as many times they like, within reason. Yeah, so this bit we're going to do after, so we haven't moved nothing over here. So I'll do up to the edge of this wall here. The ceiling is all going to get painted. Yeah, the whole ceiling needs painting in here as well, because it's horrible. It's all yellow, looks manky. These lights all need cleaning. They've got fly dirt all over them. The whole place is going to be spruced up, and then this is going to be painted with this colour, which you can't really see it on the camera, but it is the beautiful yellowy green. We put the mirror back up this morning before we started moving all the furniture, and we found a load of kingfisher ornaments that are all sort of a bit broken here and there. I'm just going to touch them up with some paint. You won't never notice. Yeah, but we found all those in the cupboard over here. So we emptied all that out, but we're going to I'm going to make that darker wood, but so it matches the wood, because it's a bit too light, that one. This one here we'll just leave. This one here is all right, but this one here is a lot lighter. That wood is so heavy. That sideboard, it's so heavy. Anyway, with the tables, because we usually use these trellis tables, which aren't very nice, I do try and cover them up with, well, I use like big sheets, because that's what they use on trellis tables. But over here, we're going to move Simon's mum and dad's old table that we've got in number 10, and I'm going to paint it the dark wood, and we're going to put it here. It's so big and chunky, it would look lovely here, and if it doesn't fit there, then we could move it here. Either way, hopefully it'll fit this side, because this is where I would like it. That's where all the breakfast stuff is laid out. I'm not sure about having one back here again, maybe a smaller table. Yeah, because this table is what the buffet thing goes on, and I've got to paint that. Probably just paint the legs on that so that they're dark brown. The top is always covered anyway. I don't have it bare wood because well, I suppose I could. No, I need to cover it. Yeah, because I like the white cloths on things. It just makes everything look clean and fresh. And in here we're going to have the white tablecloths, because I don't want too much wood showing. You've got the wood legs and everything at the bottom, but I don't want the whole room looking too dark with the wood. So, and I do love the white tablecloth, so they will be going back on the table. So I love setting it all up for breakfast. Can't wait until we're open, I'll tell you. But yeah, so let's get on, and we're doing this today. That has an actual line down the middle of it because this is a false wall that comes out. So when you've got big pieces of kitchen equipment, like the cooker, fridges, freezers, anything large, you take this wall out and you can get it through there. So that was well thought out by whoever did that. We didn't do that, but that is well thought out. So yeah, so that's why that's like that. And you can't see it because we have a big mirror on here, and then this sideboard is right up against it, so you can't actually see that line, but that's why it's there. Anyway, I'm going to get on. So I just sanded down in this corner here, and I've got to put some more plaster on this wall, more filler, but I'm going to give it a coat. Well, this is green anyway. This bit here I've already painted. Yeah, so I'm going to fill that, but I just want to get on and do some painting first before, yeah, I just need to do some painting. So I've just opened this massive pot of paint. So we've got a white one here. I think this is white, this one. So what I do is I always put these plastic bags on, stops the paint drying out, and I usually keep the paintbrush or the roller in there, but I did wash all the paintbrushes and rollers. I've got loads, as you can see, there's lots of paintbrushes and rollers that I've got on the go. But I've washed them all out now, so I can pick and choose. One of them's for green, this one's for the white. So I'm going to use this one, obviously. And yeah, I try and be organised when I'm painting as much as I can. And I try and keep the floor swept so I don't get bits everywhere, because they tend, I can guarantee if you've got bits anywhere, they will stick to the paint. They will find a way to stick to the paint. So anyway, I'm going to show you once I've painted this wall with a layer of white. And it doesn't matter if I get it on the ceiling or on the coving, because or the whole thing needs painting white. So I'm going to do that right now. Bye. Hello everyone, I've got to be quick because of it. The camera needs charging. Anyway, thank you for watching. Wait a minute, I just want to show you what I've just been doing all day today, on Saturday the 17th of May 2025, and I have been painting the breakfast room all day since about 10 this morning. And we had a little break and then I got back on it. Simon has been building a wall outside, a plinth thing to match the other side. He's been doing that all day. I've been doing this all day. I'm just going to show you now what I've been doing. I've been doing all day. So the light might be a bit weird in here because obviously the sun. Anyway, I've been painting out all the grey. So I've been painting out all the grey. Oh, I missed a little bit there, you can see. And I've been painting the ceiling as well. I've missed a little bit there. Getting rid of the creamy weirdness and painting all the coving, all of it. And I've been painting it all day, doing this all day today. And I got up to here. You can see where I've done. And I've done this corner, which I think is going to be okay. I did sand it a bit, but I don't want to break off the coving because it's old. So I don't really want to, you know, be too ruthless with it. And I've done all this today, and you can see where I've painted up to on the ceiling. So the last bit to do is this round here, down here. But I will, once I've done the rest of the room, we will move this out and I will paint behind that. But I don't want to do that yet until the last bit. I need to paint the rest of this side, but I have painted it up to there. And I painted the ceiling over there. And I've just painted behind the door here. I've just done this bit. I need to put a piece of wood on here because we need access to get to this pump here. And I've just done that. I took away the thing and put it in the other room for a minute. I've just painted all of this. It's a little bit messy. Oh no, though, the camera's going to die. Been painting all of this today, as you can see. So tomorrow we'll finish painting the ceiling. We'll give another coat of white on the walls. And then we will then put the greeny colour on. Okay, See you tomorrow. See you again from Sue's Dolbrodmaeth DIY section today. And we're back in the breakfast room. So it is the 18th today. I said it was the 18th yesterday, making time go quicker than it should be. Anyway, so we're going to continue painting the breakfast room with the white. So I'm going to just show you where we got up to yesterday, just in case we need a little recap. And then, yeah, if you want to see that video, go to the previous bit at the beginning of this. But if you don't, just carry on from here. So here we go. We got up to yesterday, so we painted a lot of it white. In fact, near enough the whole room. Sorry if it's a bit dark there. The only bit we didn't do, you can see very well where I haven't painted the ceiling. So we're going to continue doing that bit of the ceiling first. And then, yeah, and then we're going to continue doing this bit along here, missing this. I'm going to cover this up with a cloth at the minute, all this stuff here. Yeah, I might need to get a box and put all those teapots and everything in there and get it off of there. I think I'll do that because I'm going to wash them all again through the dishwasher before I put everything back anyway. And then I want to clear out this cupboard here because I think there's some stuff in there we may not be using. Yeah, so let's do that. So there you are, that's how it's looking right now. So we're going to sort this out now and paint it. But first of all, I'm going to get into the painting first before we start clearing. I want to get into the painting. So let's start again over this side where we started yesterday first. Start this side, do this little bit along here, and then work my way around this way. I don't know why, that's just the way I feel like doing it. So let's get on and I'll show you once I've put another coat of white on here. Okay, see you soon here again from Sue's Dolbrodmaeth DIY section today. And I've nearly finished the breakfast room. So it's the 20th of May today, 2025. And it's 10 o'clock exactly, so I got up quite early today and I've done all my outdoor jobs and fed the chickens, covered up my strawberries because they're looking really good and I don't want them eaten by birds and mice. So I've covered them up because they're nearly ripe. And also, what did I do? Yeah, all the things that I need to do before I start working actually. So now I'm just making a coffee for me and Simon, and he's already outside, he's already started work, and I am going to finish doing the breakfast room today. So I'll have this whole room done today. So I'm really pleased that it's not taken me long. I started on Thursday, I think it was, last week, and it's now Tuesday, the following week, and I've nearly finished. So, oh, my battery's going to die. My phone isn't charging very well on the charger upstairs. I have to plug it in down here. Just let me do a quick overview because my battery's going to die. Actually, I'll plug in my phone and I'll charge up my phone and I'll show you quickly what it looks like before it dies. So I painted all this yesterday. You can't really see it in this light and the sun is around the corner at the moment. So I put the little spotlights on, but you can't really see it, but you can see this wall here that I've done. So I've done that one completely. There's just a patch down there that I need to fill. So I've missed that bit. So I'm going to do that after. And then there's a patch over here that needs some white on. So I'm going to coat that with white here. Some more white because I've got a very minimal amount of the green left. So I'm going to make it stretch to this whole room. And then there's this bit up here that needs some more white. Then we're going to move out this cabinet today, later. And then I'll paint that with white behind it. And there's going to be very minimal green. So what I was thinking of was just watering it down a little bit to make the paint stretch a bit further because I've really not got much paint left. And it's very expensive paint. And if I can get these two rooms out of this one 5-litre tin, I'll be really happy. Because on this room here, I've done 2 coats, but it's so much brighter in there. But in here, I think I can get away with 1 coat because I did put a lot of white on. I did put 2 thick layers of white paint on, so I would only have to do 1 layer of the green, which will save us money as well, because we also have the hallway at the back to do, and we also have a bedroom upstairs and the hallway upstairs to do. So I would prefer it if this whole tin would do both these rooms. So that's what I'm going to make it do. I should have a pot of green paint somewhere, because I was using it for, I always take some paint out the tin for touching up on things. So I think there's a yogurt pot somewhere with some paint in it, a big yogurt pot, not a little yogurt pot. But I don't know where I've put it at the moment, so I have to go and look for it and then mix it in with that. But I think this will be fine, because on here is a massive mirror, and then this cabinet goes back up there, so you can't see that line because that's like the false wall. So I can't cover that up, you see, which is why there's a big mirror on there. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit and I'll show you the finished product, actually. Apart from that bit over there, which I need Simon's help for. I need to take all the cups and saucers out of that cupboard before we can move that cabinet. Anyway, I'll show you after. Okay, bye for now. Here bye. Again, it's about, what time is it? Hold on, I need to take a look. The time is 12:25, and I have been painting for quite a while. So I've put white. Anyway, I just painted this white again, and I painted this wall here white. I painted all up there again white, and I've been trying to paint the ceiling as well as I'm doing it. I've just painted along here white and along here, and then I've sanded this bit here because it was covered in, I had to sand the plaster down because it was very rough. Like, we'd gone over it and then not sanded it afterwards before we painted it. So I'm not sure why that happened, but anyway, I've sanded it now, so I've got to go over that with the white again. I finished the green there yesterday, so this bit I'm going to do again. I'm just going to hoover, because if you look here, there's loads of the plaster dust everywhere now, and I like to keep it tidy as I go, otherwise you get in the right state. And then I'm going to go over this side, and we're going to paint the corner, this bit here, and we want to do this before 2 o'clock, because I'm having a rest at 2 o'clock, I've decided. And then I'll come back after my rest, and I will continue painting the rest of this, because this paint will be dry by then. And then we'll paint the rest of it with the greeny colour, and then it'll all be done. And I will double check the ceiling to make sure I haven't missed any bits on the ceiling, just touch it up where I can see that I need to patch it up a bit, and then that will be done. And then tomorrow I will be concentrating on the wood, but I've got to help Simon do the rest of the steps outside tomorrow where we're working, so that will be a separate video for that, for the outdoors. So I just want to finish doing this bit today and then get all this done. There's not much wood, because I've done all this wood before, when I've done the other room, the other side, the bar room. I painted all these doors, both sides. I did notice we've missed a piece of wood here, which was painted white. So I need to just stain that, and then do all the skirting boards, and we need to move this. So later on, we'll move this out the way. You can see the Bratz, is it? cover on there. Anyway, so I'm just going to do that, and then I'll get back to you. Bye for now. It's 1:25 in the afternoon now. And I finished painting for today because I'm going to be helping Simon do the paving slabs, the patio, the path this afternoon. So I can't do any more painting because, yeah, and I'm fed up with doing it right now anyway, so it'd be nice to do a different job. I'll just show you what I just did, and the light is really funny. It really hurts my eyes after a while because it keeps changing in here. And when you're looking at white, it makes your eyes go bonkers, where it does mine. And this really light greeny colour, it's sort of a bit horrible on your eyes when you're staring at it all the time trying to paint. Anyway, I'm just going to show you what I've just done. And that I'm nearly finished in here. I should be finished by tomorrow in here. Let me just show you. So I painted this with the white here and here. And I've gone over it with the greeny colour. And up there, I don't think I've done that yet. No, I haven't. Because sometimes the light is reflecting on the white and it looks like it's the greeny colour. And here also, you can't see it, but on camera it looks more greeny than white now. But over there is the greeny colour, which looks really green with my eyes, but doesn't look hardly green at all through this lens. It's really gone quite green this afternoon. Anyway, I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if it picks it up. Doesn't really pick it up. But if you look this side, this is the greeny colour, and this side's white. And white, and that looks green because it's reflecting on there. It's really weird. Anyway, so I'm not doing any more of this today. And I also painted up here with the white. So we haven't painted this bit yet with the greeny colour, and we haven't done this bit, but we've gone over this twice with white now, and we've gone over the ceiling again here and there. And this bit here I sanded all the wall down, and then I've hooved it all up, and I've gone over it with the white, but I think this might need another coat of white because it went back to the grey, and I had to get all the plaster off of there, loose plaster, where it's just been gone over, and then I've just painted it. I don't know why that happened. Anyway, it's done properly now. Yeah, so tomorrow I will resume doing the greeny colour. So I've done this corner here and here. So we need to move this tomorrow out of the way so I can paint white behind it and paint this bit with the greeny colour tomorrow. And then I'm nearly done it. And then I just need to patch up the ceiling here and there. I can see bits on the ceiling where I've missed, or I've just given it one coat. So I will go over the ceiling again and double check that I've painted it properly. Yeah, just make sure the ceiling's painted properly because I do have a lot of white paint, so I can paint the ceiling again. I'm not painting over the greeny colour again. I might just have to patch up a little bit there and there, I just noticed. But apart from that, I'm not going over it. This wall won't matter because, as I said before, there's a mirror here. This unit goes there, and there's hardly any wall left. You can't see any. Yeah, this bit here looks okay to me. Yeah, so 19, well, I would say, yeah, probably about 90% of it is done, or 85% of it's done, I would say. So, yeah, not much more to do. So, I'm going now, so I'll see you tomorrow because I'm not coming back to this job today. I will come back to this job tomorrow. So, see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Bye.